Witness declare her name. Yeah. What the hell?
Hmm? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. What's up, everybody? This is Samurai Man, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. When we last left off, we were just about to enter this first studio or something. We just got the pass card, and now we're going to move on in using the pass card. Inside Studio 1, we're still doing our ongoing investigation of Mr. Will Powers, who plays as the Steel Samurai, who has supposedly murdered the actor who plays as the evil magistrate or something. Anyways, October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Let's take a look at this. The outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing wound. Spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Yeah, that is a bit unusual. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action. This girl is more troubled than I thought. Troubled? What's this thing? What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director, or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Alright, backpack. No? Interesting. What's this thing? Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey you, no touching that. Oh, it's a girl, okay. Sorry, my partner's kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. 1 second. And I'm back. Alright. Let's talk about the day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios aren't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for one of our action sequences. I see. Neat. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either one of them after that. Will Powers. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but the day after that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yeah, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe. No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew is at the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it as a witness in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Right. Do I have anything to present? No, I'm not going to show her anything here. Right, let's move on. Back to Miss Oldbag. By the way, here's the profiles so far. Will Powers, Miss Oldbag with her mystery age, Jackhammer, and the assistant with no name, Penny Nichols, I guess. She just called assistant in the court record, apparently. Let's move. Oh no! Oh crap! Derp 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 derp. Studio main gate. All right. October 16th, Global Studios main gate.
What? You're still here? Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost.
Okay, let's talk. Got some things to talk about the assistant's claim.
What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1.
Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are all alike these nowadays, running your blah, 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 tomorrow saying this and that, knew a thing or two about respecting your elders. Shame on you youths today, blah, blah, blah.
What just happened? She just stormed off, okay? Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Ah, exactly. We're going to look at the computer now. Find out some things. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Of course. Why wouldn't you? Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like, you know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Oh, crap. What was it again? 307? There, entered. Hey, I printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, it is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Oh boy. Someone got rid of the first photo then. Hey Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. No, I doubt it. Old lady gonna kill somebody like that? That'd be crazy. Alright, we're finally starting a trial now, huh? October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Alright, Edgeworth again. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution would show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. Evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. A lot of talking. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? No. Why do games have this option? Skip it. I think I could probably remember that. I guess if someone's not paying attention. But this is a reading game, why would you not pay attention? So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Alright. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Alright, Miss Oldbag. They've called her that already, right? Will the witness declare her name? Yeah. What the hell?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Seem Edgeworth has a bit of a trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. So even when I was young, I was an Oldbag. Still, how the other children wouldn't believe it. But there was this boy, blah 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 blah.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, yeah, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, somebody would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright. Witness's account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now that murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I think the contradiction would be seeing Mr. Powers, even though the picture just shows the samurai costume. Day of the murder. Okay. Well, let's take a look at our evidence so far. Got the samurai spear. Okay. Yeah, it looks like he's limping. All right. Anyways, 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. Okay, let's press. So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny?
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Yeah, I think that's the contradiction. Oops. Nick, doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much? Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Ugh, I can't get her to, can't she get her kick somewhere else? Oops, I shouldn't have gone for it. Let me just doopa-doopa-doo. Okay, this is where I want to present it. This does not look like Powers. It just, there we go. Objection. Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone could plainly see that's Powers, right?
Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Alright, well, we'll look at this witness testimony in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, And I will see you guys next time. Good night.